Good afternoon. This is the syllabus video for ARE 490 Distance Ed. I'm going to go through out loud the things that I think will be confusing or difficult, but it's your responsibility to know every piece of this syllabus, okay? So just because I don't read the phrase doesn't mean you aren't responsible for knowing it. I just have a 15-minute limit on these videos, and I don't want to go on and on for you. So a lot of this syllabus is pretty standard. You see it in all of them. We have our course description, our learning outcomes, and every assignment I give you is somehow related to an outcome. I don't give you extraneous work or things that won't help you achieve a learning outcome. Our course policies, it's an online course, so you need to check Moodle daily. When I send announcements, I do not use the announcement feature. I just send an email through Moodle. So you should get it in an email because students have complained that with the announcement feature, you have to click a link and go into Moodle to check it. So everything will come through email. So you've got to check Moodle all the time. Be respectful of each other's viewpoints. If you are hurtful or rude or unprofessional, you'll get on a discussion or an assignment, you'll get a 0 for that assignment, and you'll have to talk with me about it. Discussion is encouraged, and I've designed the discussion boards so that you are actually having discussions, not just saying, yes, I agree, which I'll touch on. And there will be a frequently asked questions board, so you all can post your frequently asked questions there. Don't be shy about it. If it's a personal question that relates specifically to you, send that an email. But if it's a general, hey, I watched your syllabus video and I still don't understand this, post it there so everyone can learn. Okay, and if you are a transgender student and want to be called a different name or pronoun than what's listed in the directory, just let me know. There's no textbook for the course. I do suggest you, as juniors and seniors, start subscribing to news outlets and being aware of what's happening, current events. It's going to help you with networking tremendously, help you with job interviews, etc. Okay, all these things. So here we have our grading weights and how things fit together. Just so you know the points of everything. Everything's out of 100. I just find that it's easier for grading purposes and students are able to calculate their grade accurately. Now, when you look in Moodle, you're going to see that the points add up to 116. That's because for the networking practice, the executive in residence or on your own assignment, you only have to do 5 out of 11. But I put in 1 for every week that we have executive in residence because it's up to you to choose which weeks you want to attend or which weeks you want to do your own personal independent networking. So still out of 100, but you'll see a total of 116 because I had to put in submission spaces for each week. Okay, letter grades. It's your responsibility to know when you can change a grade to credit only. If this class is credit only, you'll have to retake it because it's required for graduation. Incomplete grades follow a very precise grading policy. So if you think you need one, let me know early. Late assignments are not accepted at all. There's just absolutely no way I'll accept a late assignment. If you feel you're going to be late, the professional thing to do is to contact me ahead of time and let me know. That does not assure that I'm going to get back to you immediately. So if you email me at 11 and something's due at 11:59, you're probably not going to hear back from me. Emailing me ahead of time doesn't approve a late submission. It's just being professional and letting me know you're going to be late and why. Things like your computer dying, Moodle was down at the last minute, you got sick the night something was due. All of those are not excuses that will be accepted because you're a professional and you should be working ahead. Do let me know. Don't come back at the end of the semester and say, oh, all these things happened and that's why I didn't have my work. But keep me posted on how things are going. And I would say that for every class, okay? If you are a student with a disability, you need to talk with Disability Resource Office, okay? There are plans that can be put in place to help you be successful, and not only am I legally required to follow those guidelines, I'm happy to do so, but you have to have a plan in place with DRO, or I cannot consider your alternative requests, because what I do for one, I have to do for all. Okay, I have your course schedule here, and I highlighted anywhere you have a due date. We will be functioning by the week with a week starting on Monday and ending on Sunday. Okay, so you can see you all have work due starting on Wednesday. You're responsible for the due dates. I will not be reminding you of these via email and in all of our slides. You are responsible for handling turning your work in. At this point in your academic careers, there's no reason that you can't do this. A professional does this every day. Okay, but make note of these. If you see a week where there's nothing highlighted, then you can assume nothing's due that week. But you might want to work ahead on other work, okay? And then your assignments. So we're going to go through each of these. Some will take more time than others. Discussion boards. You're going to have 17 different discussion boards, and you get 1 point per post. Okay, the first week, you actually have 3 posts total. One is an intro post that has no response required, and then you have your week 1 post about your core values, and then by Sunday, a response to a classmate. Responses such as, I agree, or well said, that's not enough. You have to really answer the prompts that are presented to you, and you have to do so with depth and with thought and intention. If you don't do that, you'll get a 0. I'm not going to do partial credit. You either thought this through and you were diligent, or you didn't. Okay? I see a place where I didn't quite update for executive in residence, and I think this would be the most confusing assignment for y'all. It should be 3 points per event, not 2.28. So I'll update the syllabus in Moodle, but I'm not going to update the video and redo this. Okay, so we're 15% or 15 points or percent of your grade is executive in residence or independent networking. So we're going to have 11 executive in residence sessions during the semester. They start on January 29th and end April 15th. You need to choose 5 of those to attend. Usually a week or 2 before, we will tell you who's coming, so you can decide if you want to go to that one or not. I recommend you space these out. Don't wait till the last minute, because there could always be a week where someone cancels. And that's not going to be an excuse. If you waited till the last minute to do all 5 and one of the 5 canceled, still not an excuse. You should have planned better, okay? You will meet with them. These are all, I will put out details about the first one, and all of our students get reminders the day of. These will always be in 33 Nelson Hall, okay? And I'm sorry about the pause. These will always be in 3313 Nelson Hall from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Wednesdays. I'll update the syllabus and note that, okay? Because I see the due date's a little wonky as well. But so this part will be updated, but always 3313 Nelson Hall from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Wednesdays. I'll get a whole sheet of dates to you and post them at the top of the page with the syllabus. Okay? If you choose to attend executive in residence because you're local, then you're going to answer these 4 questions here, okay? And your grammar, clarity, and examples will be required to earn full points. Partial credit will be given to people who somewhat meet the standards or partially answer the questions. Now, some of you are distant students, and you really can't get up here to campus 5 times. That's fine. You'll see highlighted that 1 submission per week is permitted if you're doing informational interviews, so plan well. Again, you're only required to do 5. I thought I updated this. I'm sorry, guys. Only 5. This will be updated on the main syllabus. You can create your own informational interviews, and you'll have to do 5. The due dates for those still stand. So every Wednesday starting January 29th, we have an executive in residence, and within 24 hours, you have to answer these questions, okay? So the Thursday. So let's say you can't come to executive in residence, but you do an informational interview the 3rd week of January. Go ahead and get one out of the way. You still need to submit something if you're going to submit it by that week, by the following Thursday, January 30th, okay? You can submit up to 1 per week for 5 weeks. That's the limit. You can't submit more than those. You can only submit 1 in each week. You could work ahead doing informational interviews, but you can still only put 1 submission in each week, if that makes sense. And I'll elaborate on those and make another video for those as it gets closer, since, like I said, this should have been 3 points, and the due date's kind of wonky, and this says 5. But go ahead and start planning out every Wednesday starting January 29th this semester. If you're local, you could come to executive in residence. Pick which ones you'll come to. You also have a resume assignment where you're going to create a resume. Then you're going to meet with a professional from CALS Career Services if you're local. If you're not local, some sort of professional that you work with that's not a close friend or family member, okay, an acquaintance, a boss, a mentor, but not your best friend. You need someone critical, okay? Definitely not mom or dad, brother or sister. They're going to edit your resume, and then you are going to upload a packet, a PDF in this order, First will be your updated resume, your final copy. Second will be your first version. And the third sheet will be a copy of your marked up resume with the name of your reviewer included. Okay. You're going to get 3 weeks to do this. It's due at the end of January, so plan ahead. Cal's Career Services gets busy and they can't bring someone in last minute. So plan ahead, go ahead and make an appointment. When you watch this video would be the smart thing to do, or go ahead and ask your mentor to help once you get your resume done. Go ahead and schedule something with them. Okay, and I'll talk more about the assignment in depth as we start going over resumes. The first assignment you have coming up besides discussion boards is your core values, goals, and job analysis paper. It's due April 13th in Moodle, and I've already put it in slides. I'm going to do the videos for those. But in class, we're going to discuss how our core values influence professional lives and the choices we make. So you're going to track your 6 core values, create 2 SMART goals related to your values in your personal and professional life immediately following graduation, and write up a paper on those. Okay, you're going to pick 2 jobs once you know your goals, research both of them, describe them, and then you're going to write a paper describing, or in that paper, you're going to include which role or which position is more suitable to you achieving your SMART goals and what helps you meet those core values in your life. Okay, so starting to be intentional about a job search instead of just applying to every job you see, because fit in a job matters. You'll have mock interviews the week of February 17th. You'll make an appointment with me to have, I don't know, I feel like I updated this and it's not quite right. I'll fix this too. You only have to do 1 mock interview during this week. You'll set up a meeting with me. I'm not going to harass you about it. If you contact me Friday afternoon at 4 and I only have that 1 hour left and don't have time, you're going to lose the points. So make sure that you set up a time to do a mock interview either in person or online with me, and we'll work through interview work first. You'll have to create a cover letter in February, and it's going to relate to a job that you choose. We'll go over that more in depth. And then most important, and to wrap up this really long syllabus video, is your digital portfolio. Okay, this is going to be due at the end of the semester. You're going to create your own website using a free service, and in that website, you're going to include an up-to-date resume. So you're going to take the resume after I grade it and make notes and edit it again, and put that on the website. Same for your cover letter. Okay. You're going to give us an overview of who you are as an employee. Some people make charts, some people use pictures or infographics, some people just wrote a paragraph. But who are you as an employee? You're going to have a page of references with 2 professional references. They have to be written out. It might be a sentence from the references, and then you link me to the whole reference, but they have to be written out. So that'll give you a chance to think about who your references are. You can get creative with the assignment. You can format the page how you want, but it has to have a good flow. It has to be professional. I have to be able to find everything on it, and I need to be able to tell that you've put work into this, okay? As we get about halfway through the semester, especially once your cover letters and resumes are done, we'll come back to this and I'll do a whole video on more information about your portfolio. I'll show you examples of really strong ones and examples of weak portfolios so you have an idea of what to play with. But if you wait till the night before or the night this is due and scramble, I'll be able to tell, and your grade will suffer as a result. So again, starting to work on this early March would be really smart for you. Okay, that's the end of the syllabus. I am going to, like I said, update where I have a couple typos. So the correct syllabus will be up in the top of Moodle, and the link for this video will be accessible for the whole semester as well. If you have any questions about what I've shared in the syllabus, if they're common to everyone, put them in the frequently asked question page. If they're specific to just you, send me an email.